Hi guys, this is Dan from the Investment ABC, your guide to financial freedom. And in this video, I want to present you a really special company. In my opinion, this company could be a multi-bagger and a game changer in its industry. The name of this company is Humacyte, a biotechnology company specialized in creating bioengineered human tissues like vessels, pancreas, and lungs. The company is going public via a SPAC deal with Alpha Healthcare Corporation, ticker AHAC, and the deal is expected to close in the second quarter of 2021. The deal values Humacyte at around 1.1 billion US dollar and gives the company up to 255 million in net cash. Some 100 million will come from Alpha Healthcare, with another 175 million coming from an add-on private investment in public equity, also called PIPE. The PIPE includes major healthcare firms and investors such as Fresenius Medical Care. Alpha Healthcare Acquisition Corp has a good track record in finding good companies. Another company they have acquired in 2019 was DermTech. DermTech since then went from $10 to currently $80. Alpha Healthcare Acquisition Corp look at 95 other companies before they have found Humacyte, and the company said that Humacyte was by far the best target. AHAC chairman and CEO Rajiv Shukla said in announcing the merger, quote, "Humacyte's innovative biotechnology platform is aimed at solving intractable medical problems for patients, physicians, and payers." In my opinion, he's totally right. Humacyte's technology platform will benefit all participants in the future. I'm extremely bullish on this company and have purchased 1,000 shares in the $12 range for the long run. The stock price of AHAC is around $13.40 currently, so not that far away from the $10 mark. I'm expecting the stock to take off in the next 1 to 2 months to somewhere between $15 to $20, where the stock might trade a longer period of time. Investors have to be patient buying this stock since it is a pre-revenue company that is expecting first revenues in 2023. But I'm willing to wait since the company is ticking all my criteria for a potential multi-bagger. The company has great and experienced management, a really groundbreaking product, enough cash until the product launch, and strong backers and partnerships. So let's dive into what the company is doing right now.
For the first time in this country, a patient has had a blood vessel implanted that was actually grown in a laboratory.
It's all part of a clinical trial that is being conducted.
Humacyte is doing something that no one else in the world has achieved. We are reimagining a world where innovative technology changes the way people think about regenerative medicine. And in doing so, we are transforming the practice of medicine to save and improve the quality of life for patients around the globe.
We've combined biological principles with engineering concepts to create a platform for tissue regeneration. This is a revolutionary technology. For the first time, we're going to be able to make engineered human tissues at commercial quantities that would be available for surgeons to use off the shelf.
We are pioneering the development of a blood vessel that is designed to be universally available, off the shelf, immediately implantable, and resistant to infection.
Scalable manufacturing is a core competency that we've developed at Humacyte. Our novel process allows us to grow blood vessels in different shapes and sizes in commercial quantities.
We moved into this building in Durham in 2018. We have over 80,000 square feet of space. Once fully built out, the projected annual capacity of this facility will exceed 30,000 HAVs. This building was constructed to house our proprietary commercial manufacturing systems. Each system is fully automated with continuous in-process monitoring and controls. This modular design allows us to rapidly and cost-effectively scale up while maintaining a high level of process uniformity. For our process, we attach smooth muscle cells to a degradable scaffold. We stimulate those cells with a mechanical pulse similar to a heartbeat to trigger them to make and organize collagen so that we have a mechanically sound HAV. We then expose the HAVs to a series of buffers to remove all immunogenic material with the goal of making them universally implantable. This image is indicative of the remodeling process that happens once our HAV is implanted into a patient. The HAV is acellular at the time of implantation. The blue stain in this image depicts nuclei from the patient's own cells that have repopulated the wall of the HAV. The red stain depicts the patient's smooth muscle cells in the wall of the HAV, as well as capillaries in the surrounding tissue. These images illustrate that over time, the patient's cells transform the HAV into a multi-layered living tissue similar to a native blood vessel. We have also seen evidence that after implantation, the recellularized HAV is capable of self-healing, as observed in the case of cannulation with dialysis needles.
At the core of our strength is our people, our scientists, our engineers, and those passionate employees who work every day to solve problems that will change people's lives.
We have a diverse team of talented, passionate, and innovative individuals. Retaining that talent and ensuring their engagement and happiness is paramount to our success. We put the human in Humacyte, not just through our science and technology, but also through our strong corporate culture.
For Humacyte, blood vessels are just the beginning. In the future, we plan to develop new therapies for patients with heart disease, lung disease, airway disease, even type 1 diabetes. Our team is excited and we're really committed to bringing revolutionary new therapies to patients and to making Humacyte a world leader in regenerative medicine.
Humacyte is developing bioengineered human tissue that hospitals could store on-site and implement with no need to match donor and recipient or give patients immunosuppression drugs for the rest of their lives. The company has been recognized as a pioneer by the FDA, having been granted the first RMAT designation of any company in the world. RMAT stands for Regenerative Medicine Advanced Therapy, which bolsters the company's pioneering credentials as being the first of its kind in terms of their progress. Their products have a shelf life of 18 months, which is very cool for storage. Patients who need urgently a donor sometimes can't find someone. These people could be saved with this technology. Furthermore, the risk of infections and rejections is significantly lower according to Humacyte. Humacyte says it is a platform company. That means it can produce its tissues for different applications and organs. The company's furthest developed product is called the Human Acellular Vessel, or HAV, a type of replacement blood vessel tissue. HAVs can be used for patients who suffer from traumatic injuries to the blood vessels, as well as for dialysis patients who need grafts and fistulas. The most beneficial part of this product is that the human body absorbs the HAV and basically treats it as a part of the human body in the long term. Other potential applications include the use of HAVs for coronary bypass grafts and as a treatment for peripheral arterial diseases. The company is also attempting to develop a biovascular pancreas for type 1 diabetes patients, potentially eliminating the need for continuous glucose monitoring and insulin therapy. Furthermore, they are also trying to produce bioengineered human lungs. This technology is not a fiction or something hypothetical just on paper. No, it already has a proven technology. Humacyte already has successfully implanted its HAVs into patients and is monitoring them in their clinical trials. The company was founded in 2004 by Laura Nicholson, a doctor and a world leader in tissue engineering, and is working for many years on the development of its products. The company has currently 2 phase 3 clinical trials and 3 phase 2 clinical trials for dialysis and vascular access, 1 phase 2/3 clinical trial for vascular trauma, and 1 completed phase 2 clinical trial for peripheral arterial disease. What is very encouraging is the data from those trials, which are very positive so far. Furthermore, the company has FDA track designation and also priority designation for vascular trauma by the US Secretary of Defense. The company has 87 patents issued and 21 pending ones with patent coverage until 2032 and beyond. If we have a look at the timeline of the product launch, we can see that its first product for trauma will launch in early 2023, and from there on, every year a new product could launch until 2027. So until 2023, there won't be too many catalysts, but the years after it could be incredibly profitable for Humacyte. The company already has a 83,000 square foot bioprocessing facility which could produce 40,000 HAVs with an estimated value of $1 billion in revenue. The facility has room for future modular expansion. Humacyte is estimating that they are targeting a $150 billion market. If we have a look at their revenue forecast, we can see that they are expecting $1.9 billion in sales in 2023 for the HAVs for trauma patients and HAVs for AV access. If Humacyte achieves to get approval for all their products, the company is estimating to generate $12.1 billion in revenue by 2027, which is huge if you think that the current market cap is only at $1.4 billion. This doesn't include revenues from future applications like bioengineered lungs or trachea, for example. If the company really achieves revenues of $12.1 billion and we apply a conservative price to sales multiple of 10, we could have a market cap greater than $120 billion in 2027. That would be an 85x from our current valuation. I'm not the only one who thinks the company will succeed in getting FDA approval for its products. Fresenius Medical Care, one of Germany's biggest companies and Humacyte's biggest stakeholder, thinks the same. The company also participates in the PIPE investment, although having already a 19% stake in the company. This is conviction. Humacyte will have a global collaboration with the company for dialysis, AV access, and PAD. Fresenius is the largest provider of dialysis services in the US with 2,500 centers. So Humacyte will have immediate access to all those patients and very low marketing costs for the product. For vascular trauma, the company is also selling directly to the US Department of Defense, which gave the company priority designation. This will also lead to fewer marketing costs since Humacyte has already a huge customer. The only thing which I think is weak in the presentation is that the company isn't giving any estimations on profit margins or earnings, which is very important in my opinion. Can they scale and turn a profit on the products is my question. If I have missed something on this major part, please help me out and comment. I will ask investor relations if they can provide investors with these numbers. In my opinion, the company should be highly profitable since they are vertically integrated and are manufacturing in-house and also have already established distribution channels with the help of Fresenius and the US Defense Department. If we have a look at the transaction terms, we can see that total outstanding shares are going to be 110.4 million. At a price of $10 per share of AHAC, Humacyte would be valued at around $1.104 billion. At a current price of $13.40 per share, the market cap would be around $1.48 billion. 73% of the shares will go to existing Humacyte shareholders, 16% to PIPE investors, which is higher than in other SPACs I have seen, 2% to sponsors, and 9% to AHAC shareholders. Furthermore, the management would get another 7.5 billion shares if the stock price closes above $15 for at least 20 days over any 30-day period following transaction closing, and another 7.5 million shares if the stock price closes for the same period above $20. If we are buying the stock at $13 now, we can rest assured that the management is trying everything to boost the stock price above $20 for a certain period of time. In my opinion, they don't need to do much except letting more people know about their company. The company would get $255 million from this transaction. I've seen a Seeking Alpha article which states that, quote, existing Humacyte investors will be subject to a 12-month lockup, but can sell 50% of their shares after 6 months if Huma's 20-day volume weighted average price equals or exceeds $15 over any 30-day period. Unfortunately, I couldn't verify this neither in Humacyte's presentation nor the 8K form. I will ask Humacyte's investor relations for clarification. The only thing in regards to that I have found was from Rajiv Shukla, the CEO of Alpha Healthcare Acquisition Corp, who stated the following in the 8K form, which I will link for you guys to read. Quote, in terms of the transaction terms, I think the key point worth highlighting is that the company will remain largely held by the insiders. None of the existing inside investors are selling a single share. In fact, most of the existing insiders are participating in the PIPE as well as supporting the company in the public markets. End of quote. Fresenius already was holding 19% of Humacyte shares and is also participating in the PIPE, which is very bullish in my opinion. They really seem to believe in the management and product to do that. I also think even if there isn't any lockup period for the shares, insiders won't sell shares of this company. The potential is just too big, it seems like. Finally, I want to say some words about Humacyte's incredibly strong management and board of directors. The company is led by Dr. Laura Nicholson. She has an extensive track record publishing more than 100 papers on her work and has been recognized in Fortune and Time magazine for her work on regenerative medicine. CFO Douglas L. Blankenship was working for various big pharma companies like Apgenix, Amgen, Genentech, and Dover Pharmaceuticals. Chief Surgical Officer is Jeffrey Lawson, Professor of Surgery and Pathology of the Department of Surgery of the Duke University. Humacyte's board of directors consists out of some very influential members like Brady Duggan, the former CEO of Credit Suisse, Robert Langer, who serves also on the board of Moderna, and Kathleen Sebelius, who was former 21st Secretary of the Department of Health and Human Services and former Governor of Kansas. The people sitting on the board of directors of this company still have some deep connections, probably also with the FDA, which will hopefully be beneficial in getting their products approved in the future. My verdict of why I'm so bullish on Humacyte in bullet form is strong management and a strong board of directors. Alpha Healthcare Acquisition Corp had one of the best SPACs with DermTech so far. Enough cash until their product launch in 2023. Strong shareholders who also invested again in the PIPE like Fresenius Medical Care, which shows that they are very confident about the company's products and future success. Groundbreaking proprietary platform technology, which is revolutionizing medicine and will help to save millions of lives. Disrupting technology that will disrupt medication for immunosuppressants and potentially eliminate diabetes. No competitor in this field. Late-stage clinical products with 3 clinical 3 trials and 2 clinical 2 trials. Extensive research and monitoring of the products. The company has already a functioning product and has extensive clinical data. They have been implementing their engineered tissues into patients for over 8 years now and have over 800 patient years of efficacy and exposure data. These implants have been done at 60 sites across 6 countries and involve over 430 patients. The company has already a manufacturing plant which can scale commercially and produce up to 40,000 HAVs with up to 1 billion in revenue. HAVs can be stored in hospitals and have a durability of 18 months. They can be used by surgeons off the shelf when needed. No need to wait for a donor. HAVs show significantly better performance than the current standard, fewer infections and longer durability. The company has FDA Fast Track designation and is the first company to get RMTA Expedited Revenue designation by the FDA and Priority designation for vascular trauma by Secretary of Defense. Low marketing costs for the product due to collaboration with Fresenius Medical Care and US Department of Defense. In my opinion, buying Humacyte at a price of $13 gives me limited downside risk in the short term, but still a 2x upside potential. It is highly probable after or even before the closing of the merger, big funds like AHAC or Baillie Gifford will buy a lot of shares of this company, which will give it a lot of exposure. I'm 95% sure that AHAC or Bailey Gifford or both will buy this stock since it's fit perfectly with their investment philosophy. In the long run, this company has incredible upside potential, so I'm more than happy to take the risk. Obviously, everything in this video is no financial advice and just my own opinion. I'm no financial advisor, so always do your own due diligence, guys. If you like this video, please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm to support the channel, share and subscribe for more early stock picks like this one. I would love to hear your opinion on this company and if you're also as bullish on this one as me. Here are all my stock picks, which you could also check on YouTube. Unfortunately, producing videos takes some time and by the time I upload them, the stock price might already take off. So if you like to have my instant buy and sell alerts, join our Patreon. Bye guys and see you in the next one.